Good morning, delegates, respected faculty members, and all my dear friends. It is my pleasure to be a moderator for this orientation titled What is in Your Backpack? I am Uday Kumar, third year from the Department of Triple E. I would like to extend a very warm welcome. It takes courage to grow up and become who we really are. Chase your dream, very soon you reach the goal. What's in a backpack will help us to gain self confidence, self awareness, perseverance, self assessment. May I now invite Matilda Mary from final year to lead us in prayer song.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of love. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Saviour above. Showers of blessing, showers of blessings we need. Mercy drop us are falling, but for the showers we plead.
May I now invite Mr. Vetri Selvan, Assistant HOD of Triple E Department, to invoke the Almighty blessings.
Bible reading Proverbs 15th chapter 33 verse. Proverbs 15th chapter 33 verse. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Lord's Prayer. Let's bow down our heads. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Special prayer. Our loving Almighty God, you are the hope, strength, and courage. Please be with us for next 1 hour and also forever. Give us confidence in the power of your grace. Please comfort us, honorable speaker, for we have to be motivated and blessed. Dear Lord, bless us, our beloved HOD, Dr. Sujamani Malar, honorable speaker, staff and coordinators, Mr. Nirmal Sir, Ms. Tulasi, Ms. Maidri Ma'am, and my dear students. We may, as our whole trust through our Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Uday Kumar.
To begin this program, we are pleased to have Madan Raj from final year to deliver the opening remarks.
It's truly an immense pleasure in welcoming you all for this great orientation program. Myself, Madan Raj of 4th year, Tribly, would like to greet you in this bright morning. First of all, I thank Almighty Lord our God for everything He has given us. I sincerely thank our management for conducting this program for events and programs like this connect us together through online, even in this pandemic situation. I submit my gratitude to our principal, Dr. N. Argason, and our correspondent, Sister M.K. Teresa, Administrator, Sister Pradeepa. I'm gratefully to my HOD, Dr. R. Sujamani for giving me this opportunity in welcoming you. I'm thankful to all my teachers and various departments too. We thrive energetically based on all your knowledge exposure. I welcome and thank our speaker, Chief Guest, Mr. Max Savio, for accepting our proposal based on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to greet you. Hope you all will be delighted and enlightened. Kindly stay tuned till the end of the session, requesting you all to mute your audio and video on our gadgets. And please don't interrupt by any means. Thanks and good morning to all once again. Over to Uday.
Thank you, Madan Raj, for your wonderful remarks. It's my pleasure to now invite Matilda Mary from final year to introduce our guest speaker for this morning.
It's my immense pleasure to invite Max Savio Francis, who's an electrical engineering graduated from Bachelor of Engineering in 2007. He completed his Master of Engineering in Power Electronics and Drives, and he always wanted to be an entrepreneur in the field of engineering. In 2013, he turned out to be an young entrepreneur and named his company ReachMax. Max Savio Francis has published over 15 research papers in top national and international journals. He has been granted the international patent from Australia for the project on electric vehicle battery temperature management recently. He also holds 3 patent works published in patent journals. He is an active member of the Institution of Engineers India, the Asia Society of Researchers, and International Association of Engineers. His technical field of expertise include power electronics, renewable energy systems, IoT applications, robotic process automation, MATLAB for electrical engineers embedded system, programming in C, C++, and Java. He is also a motivational speaker, placement trainer, and a recruitment consultant. His company helps students in engineering projects for UG, PG, research scholars conducting value-added courses and various certified courses. Sir, we are very pleased to welcome you. Sir, you can take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you for this good introduction. And I know this is a pandemic situation. We are finding tough to bring the students, right? So it always happens. So even in this situation, the college management, the department, and people, students are joining for such an occasion, and it's a very wonderful to see the 5 days program conducted by the department. It's really interesting and very well organized, and things going on. All the best from my side, and very good morning to all, especially the principal, your department heads and faculties and all the students. A very good morning to see you here and very happy to it. So I would like to present my screen for the today's session. So I want to start in this way today for a motivation for the students, especially from the Department of Tripoli. It's very much important today because we are in the pandemic situation, and almost for 1.5 years we have been finding very tough to bring the students online, motivating them, giving them proper education, and bringing them to be a good engineer in the field of engineering. So that's really challenging for everyone here. Even students find very difficult or sometimes very different when they have been there in the conventional method of learning, and today they are sitting before their gadgets and listening to the lectures and everything. So it's very challenging aspects. But in this regard, the motivation is more important for every student because through motivation, only he can be able to achieve more and be successful in his life. That's the more important. And so we all know that life is a journey. Yeah, exactly. Life is a journey, and life finds a way. Everyone knows this. I mean to say the journey, and I selected the backpack as a tool content of today keynote word as a backpack just for the reason. So, for example, if you think like if you want to go somewhere, that's your planning your journey, and if you want to take your backpack is the only right thing that you will plan your journey with a destination, and your destination will be planned. Only then you can pack your backpack. So unless you don't know your destination, or you don't know the passion, or you don't know the purpose of your travel, you will not you cannot pack your backpack effectively. So because the backpack contains only the things that you require. So especially that, what I mean to say today, if you want to have a successful life in your career, you want to become a good engineer in your life, you should know what the things that you're going to put it in your backpack. That's more important. That's what we're going to discuss today. And life will especially find a way, because we know in 2019 we were not in front of the gadgets, or we were not in front of the laptops listening to the online lectures. We never thought about it. But eventually, when you cross the COVID pandemic situation, we have put this way, and many of us thought that this would not be possible. This would be very tough to make it. But today, everyone is doing it, right? From the faculty members to the students, everyone is doing it. So life finds a way. You will find new things, and when you will have to explore and your research. So I have to start with this, and so that's why I took it as a topic as what's there in your backpack. You must understand this. So onto your backpack, you should always know. I think my slides are getting delayed. Just yeah. Okay, that's my backpack. What should you have? You should have the certain qualities are very much important. One is the passion, then is the goal setting, then you should have some motivation, persistence, creativity, self-discipline, and you should be always stay updated. All these things are more important thing that you should pack it in your backpack whenever you travel, or when you want to do something better for your life. That's more important. And coming to this passion, it's very passion is where most of the people give different meaning for the passion. Like some say it's a purpose of life, some say it's post-motivation method, and some say take it as an opportunity for the career growth, especially all these three things fall into the passion. So one should know how to select your passion, how to work on it, and all those things that we can discuss in detail. So that will be helpful for you students to take up some passion in your life, and you have to achieve to become very successful. So, to everyone, it is said that the passion is nothing but it's a personal connection. Yeah, it's a personal connection between you, and it's a personal connection between what you do. So, if you are going to school or college, you should have a personal connection between the subjects. What you're going to learn today. So, whom you're going to meet today, and what your purpose of doing it. You should have a personal connection between you and the things that you do. And especially, it's an output factor. It is not an input factor. So some people, by mistake, they say passion is my input factor. No, it's not an input factor. It's totally an output factor, because only if it's going to be an output factor, you will know, especially what you're going to do it. If it is an input faction, it just goes into your mind and you will just feel that I have a passion, that's it. Okay, right? Then you will not find the exact path to achieve your passion. That's the problem that you find. So that's the reason, that's the difference between having a passion and finding a passion. So most of us, 90% of the students, or even a 90% of everyone, having say that I have a passion, I have a passion. These having a passion is just by visualization, seeing seeing their role models, seeing maybe they like what they do, and they say still I want to become an astronaut. You can say, and I can become a athlete, whatever you can say. But these are things that you actually having a passion in your mind. That's it. But finding a passion is nothing but what are you understanding what exactly you want, and how you good enough you to do achieve or possess a passion. That's more important. So having a passion and finding a passion is very different. To have something in your mind, like you want to have a passion, just find your passion. What is that? What you good at it? That's more important. We have rather having. And eventually, today's kids in this generation have been enforced with too many passions in their mind. Your parents or your guardians or whoever say, see, look at the guy. He's working in an IT company. You want to come on? You want to do? That's one thing. Say, look at the person. Sports, any kind of work. You sports, maybe you like an IT company work, but that may not be your actual. Don't take the path due to enforcing into you. It causes stress. So you can the one who is working with a passion, the other person also working with a passion, but the first person takes too many load into his mind. Just the reason she had a passion, she didn't find her passion, but the second person has working very cool, right? So that person has found his passion. He's working for him. So the thing. So eventually, when you have a passion in your mind, that may lead to you a lot of stress. Maybe you can achieve it because you cannot able to achieve, and you will so many later on going on. That's a big thing to understand about the passion. Find a passion within yourself and don't try to have a passion just because that's the reason. And now the next question comes: how to find my passion? How to find my passion? Very important thing, because many of the people say like, I can. Many of the students will say like, I have a passion, right? Okay, but how to find a passion? It's so easy to tell someone to find a passion, but how to find it? Here. So you need to find a passion. First, you should know you actually love to do it. First, you should know what you actually love to do it. And when you actually know what you love to do it, then it will be very easy for you determine what exactly you actually want. Just not because someone says that, or just because that it's someone is doing that you're doing for that purpose. And eventually, you need to read more motivational books. You need to read more motivational books. Always improve your reading skills, because the reading skills will on the path of successfulness. Because of us nowadays, we don't know books. We have that. You say read everything. Yeah, but that's actually not so natural. That's not actually not so natural. You need to read books, go to library, read some motivational books or technical books, whatever. That's very important in your life. And finally, you have to listen to experts. You have to listen to the experts. It's very important. Some people, you join you go listen. People will be talking there, and you will not actually because you think not your purpose. For example, you usually we see will be one group of people will be presenting a project somewhere. Other project students will be discussing. They don't listen it. So you have to listen to everyone because you should know all. You should keep your ears open here to listen to whatever that's happening around you. Very most that you always require for to understand what is your passion. Everything is right. Next one, goals very very important. Once you have found your passion, next thing you have to set your like 99% of students in school or in the college. So you need to set your goal. It's more important because 90% of the students, what I say, is actually they don't set their goal. They come to engineering or they go to medical or whatever. They don't set their goals. That's a problem. As because they don't set their goals, they don't know what they're actually doing. They get distracted too much, and they go, they don't achieve their achieve their destination. They just randomly push somewhere. That's a problem coming. So I will give you a small example. A few days, like a few weeks back, my daughter called me. She was there in her grandparents' house like, for a couple of weeks, and there she used to play the piano. And she got so much addicted to the piano because her grandparent was using it. She was very interested to know more about piano. She's just 4 years old, and she asked me, just gave me a call when I was there in office, and she told that Daddy, I need a piano. Then actually I told her that okay, then I will get you a piano. I told her that I'll get you a piano. That's all right. Then after after maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, she didn't talk to me about that. She didn't remind me about the piano. She just said, and when she came back home, she was happy to see me. And later, she asked me the questions, Daddy, where's the piano? I was shocked to see that. The reason is she had a passion. She has found something interesting in her. She thought that she thought that that's the more interesting thing. Piano. It's so she came the passion. She found that as passion. But I did not set my goal to buy a passion. I just gave a word to her that I will get a passion, but and then forgot because I had too many distractions. I had a workload. I have to move to talk to people, have so many conference meetings and so on. I just forgot what my daughter said because I didn't set my goal to buy a piano. So even this is a simple thing that happens in a life. So what happens? Totally forgot, and my daughter is now disappointed. Says the daddy hasn't got me a piano now. So this actually happens in every day. Like you need to set everything. It's not the goal that you have to set for your lifetime. You need to set a goal which that will be very much useful for you. Then that's why it's more important to say that goal is more important because you will have too many things to work right for this you need to achieve in your life, that is education. When you talk about education, the controversially there are something coming into your mind that will put you some distractions more in your life, that is called as social media. The social media comes in your mind, comes all the way around and totally distracts you from that. And the next one is a career growth. If you want to set a goal for a career, then eventually you will have some other problems coming in your mind called as a personal commitments. Okay, so due to the personal commitments, you may like to go to abroad, but due to the personal commitments, you may not go. So that's kind of an. Then after getting a job, you're working somewhere, you will have some official trips coming on the way. You will have some official trips coming on the way, but eventually there will be some distractions like I have an emergency situation that you cannot take the trips. That's that's the other thing. And eventually you will have some holidays plans with the family. You need to want to have a holiday plan with the family, and what happens eventually, you will not be able to meet up with the holiday plans because of some family occasions. That's the reason. So you have too many things in your mind, And those too many things in your mind is actually getting, you want something and there are some other thing that's going to distract you from that. This is very common to everyone. You need an education, you need a career growth, and you will have to face the official trips, you need to plan for your holiday for your family, but eventually all these things are just distracted because of some other things which is also being necessary for us. Social media, of course, it is necessary for quite a couple of, for quite reason it is necessary. And family occasions you cannot avoid it, you need to meet your family occasions. Emergency situation you can never avoid it, and personal commitments you cannot avoid. Everything is important to you, but the thing is, how do you plan it? So that's why I told you, you need to set your goal, which is more important. And what happens when you goal that? Exactly, I told you, you get becomes more confused. You will be more confused. You don't know. You cannot take a decision. When you see some distractions or see some problem when you do something, you will be confused. You have not set a goal, and eventually you will not do what you actually do. You will not what you actually do. You, you will have you need to have a help at the time. Okay, more confusion, and then eventually these things will cost a lot of you lose your interest. You will totally lose your interest. If you want to say, like, as you start your engineering, you say, I want to become a good engineer, I want to get a job, but that's just no, that you, because you just had a passion and you didn't set a goal how to achieve it. You will be having a year, 1 year or the year, you will not know. Maybe you will have some distractions in that when, like, too many tough exams coming up, internals are coming up, and so you will be confused in that case, and you will not know what you're actually doing. That's an example for you students. And then you will lose an interest at one case, and what happens is when you get demoted yourself. So when you lose your interest, you will demote yourself, and when you demote yourself, you will have fear to face everything. The fear, you'll have the fear to face everything. That's more important, to set your goals. That's what happens when you don't set it. Okay, and all these things you will feel it. All these things you will never feel it, because the moment you win, because you have too many distractions in your life. There are, because eventually 50 years before, when we were school students or we were kids, our parents did not find much difficult in growing up, growing us. The reason is we don't have a cell phone, we don't have much entertainment. The only entertainment is we go onto the ground and we play with friends. That's it. We had a physical activities over there. But today you have too many phones, like, too many applications in your mobile phones. You get too many distractions. You have movies not out from theaters. You have in your digital screens movies, and you have total different types of social medias, which is distracting you. And due to that, you will not even recognize that you are in a confused state. You will not even recognize that you don't know what you're doing, and you will recognize even you have lost your interest, demoted, or even you don't recognize that you have a fear of something, just because you will fall into the hands of the social medias. Just because you fall into the hands of the social medias, your mind is totally now has gone somewhere else. If you have recognized it, then there is a chance of bringing you back yourself. You can self-motivate yourself. You're bringing yourself back into it. But since you don't have the regulation, because of the too many social medias, getting addicted to the mobile phones, the tablets, or whatever gadgets you have, that becomes a very, very a tough situation for you people when you don't set a goal, and you will face of things, right? As I told you, that's the reason you have too many problems. And again, you don't set your goals in that. So now you should understand to set a goal. So I don't want to much briefly explain you what is a short-term goal and a long-term goal, because many of you know it. But however, you need to understand the two types of goal setting. What is the exact meaning of that? Short-term goals are similarly like an definite games, where you will know the players, you will know your destination. The ultimate thing is you need to win. But the long-term goals, you will not know who is your player, who is the player, or you will the rules get changed between that. So that's why it takes a long-term plan or a long-term goal to achieve it. So that's the thing, the difference between your short-term and a long-term. Okay, so that's the thing. And eventually, the next one, we'll see about the goal setting. How to set a goal? First, you need to understand yourself. So, on understanding yourself, your strength, weakness, and security, you should know it. The strength you should know your weakness, you should know your happiness, and you should know about your security on doing the particular. So, if you're clear about it, it's very easy. The next thing is you need to imagine your future. You need to imagine your future. Maybe you want to become a scientist. So when you fix that you're going to imagine that you want to become this so-and-so person in the future, then you need to have a specific goal for it. Either there are different types of scientists. You need to have a chemist, you can have a physicist, or you can be an astronomer. So you need to categorize that. So you make your goals very specific. Only then you can set goals very neatly. And then you should think, why are you going to set this goal? Why are you going to set this goal? Because setting a goal is not so important unless you know your destination. You want to earn money, you want to be rich, or you want to be a good entrepreneur or a good person in a top company. You want to be in the top position on a top company. Same way, you need to know the purpose of your passion or purpose of your goal. That's very important to it. And after thinking about it, then you can now start doing it for, you can start to plan for that achievement. You do some research on that. You can have to create goals, and you can create the timelines and plan for obstacles. Of course, you have to plan for the obstacles, because when you don't plan for the obstacles, you will get demotivated at times. Obstacles means whenever, like, if the situation that's coming into your distraction, that distracts you more, right? So this things. Next one, quickly go with the motivations. Motivation is very, very important, because every one of us are in control of some consequences. Control of some consequences, a thing where I can put it here. Because we actually act to it as it happens. Something happens good to us, we feel good. Something happens bad to us, we don't feel comfortable, right? So the sequence that we are in always, every one of us are controlled with the consequences, and these consequences could be either positive consequences or the negative consequences. So the positive consequence, the difference is the having positive confidence is because if you want something, you're doing for something you need, it's a positive consequences. And if something you're doing for, you're avoiding something, you're doing something to avoid something, then it becomes a negative consequences. And that's the best example to give you. One person says, I got to go to class. The other person says, I get to go to class. That's a two different meaning in this. If you could imagine what does that mean. One says, I got to go to class. The other one says, I get to go to class. The person who says, I got to go to class, it means that he has been forced to do that. It's not, maybe he would have had a passion to go to class. He's having a passion to go to class because others are doing it. Because he had to do it, because he's there in the student, he has to. But I get to go to class is nothing but your passion, that you have found your passion, you wanted to go to your classroom. So it means that you get to go to classroom. So the difference in the meaning, you should understand what is positive consequences and negative consequences. Maybe you got to go to class could be a negative consequence. You may have to avoid it, but you couldn't do it. You were doing it because someone is doing, it is not actually the passion you found. But get to go to class is nothing but what they say is that you are really interested in going into the classrooms or doing something, so you can take that way. So usually the motivations, if you don't have any motivations in your life, it's motivation, others will motivate you, your teachers will motivate you, your parents will motivate you, your seniors would motivate you. And above all these motivations are very common. The most important thing is you should have a self-motivation is more important. You should have your self-motivation. So think about a situation where you don't have, then you have an environment where there is no motivation. Then what should you do? You get self-motivated. So I wanted to put you some points here. Listen it carefully. Try to do this for a week. You will feel a change in you. Take a piece of paper every day and write down every good things that happened to you or did for the day. Every good thing. So maybe it could be very small things that are not. You completed an assignment, you submitted an assignment, write in a paper. I submitted an assignment on time. You got a good mark for a particular question, you got a full mark for this question, you write it in a paper. And whenever you go to bed at that time, you read out those things that to you or good things you did for that day in the present tense. You read it in the present tense. And eventually, the next day morning when you get up in the morning, you read all these points in the future tense. If I say, I have helped someone you will help a poor, old man, you will write it in the paper, I helped a old man today, right? Today, you will go and before you sleep, you will read it as, I helped a poor man today. And tomorrow morning when you have to read it as, I will help the poor man today. So this is a self-motivation. You get, when you randomly do it, you will all see positive things in what you're doing. Because as a human being, we'll do some positive, we'll have some positive thoughts, we'll have a negative thoughts, we do something positive, we do some negative. This happens. It's a psychologically it happens. But what repeatedly being told to your mind is more important. If you always think about your negative, what you say, if you're trying to be more guilty on that, then you will not succeed. Maybe you will do something wrong, but if you're still keeping on guilty on that, you will feel very bad. But rather that, you write down all the positive things that you do. Read it every day before you go to bed and get up in the morning. You read it every day. Try this for a week. You will be self-motivated. You will feel the change every day that's happened. The next one is the persistence. The persistence is nothing but it's a continuous effect of existence. Continuous effort is an existence. You need to keep doing it. You need to keep doing it. It's not that one day I have put out it on my paper. Tonight I have read it. Tomorrow morning I'm reading it. Tomorrow also I'm reading the same for positive thoughts. But eventually I stop doing it. Then you cannot be successful. You need to be continuously doing that, putting your effort, or that should be an existence of it. Only then you can do it. The best example I can give you, one of the best example I give you is, you can see every month almost 40 cell phone companies release their new models in the market. Every month, almost 40 companies all over the globe release new models, at least one or two new models in every month. What they're doing? They're increasing their productivity? Not exactly. They are doing continuously effort to put their customers on the ground. They want their customers always there with them. They are putting the continuous effort on this. They are proving their existence. They are proving their existence. So that's very, very important to know that a cell phone company, because in India, we don't have a bigger company that manufactures a cell phones, give it as a branded one. But eventually, in India, we have the largest selling of some cell phones today. And these corporates, what they do, they always try to keep their customers. That's why every day they release a new ad. Every month or twice in a month, they used to release a new models. That's the thing happening. Next one is the creativity. That's really important to have. Unless if you don't have the creativity, you will not see actually what you cannot feel the difference. So creativity is a multidisciplinary. Whatever you do, think creatively. The creativity encourages for a long life, for lifelong learning. Anything that will easily solve your problems, that will keep you always happy. You will feel always motivated. You will be always having for passion towards water. You will be always finding your passion. You will be always doing it. Right? So creativity is very important. And the next one is the self-discipline. Self-discipline is a fantastic thing. It's one of the best motivational thing that you can see. If you're self-disciplined, you are self-motivated. So have your own standards. So person, you should frame your own standard. I will get up at the morning at this time every day, whatever it is, Sunday, it's a holiday or whatever it is. I will get up at this time. And avoid being lazy. Don't avoid being lazy. When you create your own standard, then automatically you will avoid being lazy. So for avoiding being lazy, Practice all these things that you eventually, your parents would have already told you all these things. Wake up early in the morning, stay motivated, remember your standards every day, clean and be crystal clear, clean and be crystal clear, and go to bed daily and very early. Right? So I will repeat for this. You have to wake up early in the morning, stay motivated, remember your standards, be clean and be crystal clear, and go to bed early. When you practice this, you will have self-discipline in your life. Practice this for a week, I'm telling you. I promise you that you will change, you will find everything change in your life. Everything, whatever you see, you will feel very positive. Whatever you see, whatever you get, whatever you talk, everything will be positive. You will not have anxiety. All these things are very, very important to you. So the last topic I'm going to tell you about being updated. That's very, very important. Being updated is very, very important. Because when you don't update yourself, then there's a problem. Then you cannot survive in this way. I just want to have a question. I just wanted to ask you a question that how many of you people, or maybe you will be in first year, second year, or third year, or final years, how many of you people actually know what you want to know the job opportunities there in the globe? Can I get some answers from you? Anyone can tell me. Do you know? If it is yes or no, I don't mind. I'm going to tell you what is going to happen.
No idea, sir.
No idea, right? Okay. Okay, you're in which year?
Third year, sir.
Fine. Okay, now no issues. So I'll take this as a common answer and an average answer for your students. There's nothing wrong. That's not only you. Even myself had a problem finding a job when I was doing my graduation. Problem is we didn't find it. There are too many jobs out there. But eventually we are not finding it. We are not searching it. What we think is my friend will call me and he will say, give me an update. My professor will call me and give an update about the job, or there will be a placement in the college, whatever. We are just sitting idle. But preparing yourself for the job is very, very necessary. So what you do is go to Naukri.com. Because I think you know that. I just wanted to give you a survey on this. I went to the Naukri.com today morning, and I just gave the keyword, set a keyword called electrical, because since you become to an electrical student, set a keyword and I entered the location as Tamil Nadu. Let me find out how many jobs are there in Tamil Nadu, and I just searched it. I wouldn't believe, and I did a search, and I filtered it for the freshers. It's from zero to zero years of experience. That's for the freshers. I could able to find 1,529 jobs out there for electrical engineers. They are looking for the people right from the freshers, that is zero experience, to 15 years of experience, 20 years of experience, like that. I don't know how many of you know this. Naukri.com, I'm not asking you to just upload your resume. Many people mistake it. No, what they do is they prepare at the end of their final semesters, they prepare a resume, put it in an Naukri, and they come back. They will wait for the call, but it's not that. You have to use the Naukri.com right from the first year you join engineering, because through Naukri.com you can see the list. 1,500 companies are asking for the freshers and experienced people, and you can see there are some specific skill set being set by the company. For example, if you see the first one, they are having a lightning design, electrical design, AutoCAD, control system, or power distribution. These are the skill set that required for that company. They are looking people on that. So eventually what you have to do is, right from the first year, open the Naukri, search it for electrical engineers, look for you can filter it from 0 to 5 years of experience. What is the skill set they ask? You have to shortlist all those things. And then you have to summarize. Like if say MATLAB is required. If MATLAB is a software for electrical engineers, and also it's globally used. So MATLAB is something. So how many companies are looking for MATLAB engineers? There will be more than 100 companies looking for the MATLAB engineers, right from 0 years of experience to the highest of 20 years of experience. You can see the salary range. So I gave a search in the month of May for the job openings in MATLAB, and these are the companies, these are the type of industries that are having an opening. You see that IT and software service having for the MATLAB, especially for the electrical engineers, of 620 students. Particularly if suppose I say you have 30 to 40, no, for the 30 to 35 students are sitting over there, can't you get a job here? Can't you find a dream company through this? If you have practiced a skill set right at the end of your engineer, and see the salary package. How much is the salary package? Salary package will start from 0 to so for the freshers there are 604 openings. For the freshers, just if you have the skill set of MATLAB, the freshers having 604 jobs can get a payment of 25,000 a month maximum. For the freshers, usually happens it, and you get an experience like from 3 5 years of experience, you have up to 6 lakhs of package given to you, and it goes more than 100 lakhs. You can be paid, get paid. But only thing is the skill set is required. And the job opening for the different degrees, like for the BTech students, MTech students, or any degree. You see, for the BTech students, there are too many job openings. For the MATLAB, I'm telling you, it is almost 1,530 jobs. So May, you can update it. You can see it for this month. Every day it's getting updated. So I'm telling the number of global opportunities that you're getting. And see the location, Bangalore, you can find a lot of jobs. Delhi, you can find a job. You should have a vision for this. How many jobs are there? So now from today, I don't want to hear any of you students saying that I don't know about the job openings. I don't know about the skill set, what is required. Don't tell that. No one has to want to help you here. No one, you not get any help. You just go log on to naukri.com, search it with your electrical engineering, find out what are the skill set of the companies asking, list down it, write in a piece of paper what are the skill sets required, and write the experience required on us also. Some skill set required zero for being an fresher. If you list out, take a commonly just figure out the most common skill set required for the most companies. That's why then you can act for that company. If suppose it's a MATLAB, it could be an embedded system, it could be in robotic process automation, or it could be any kind of a skill set like AutoCAD or electrical CAD, whatever. You focus on at least two to three skill set required for. Then once you list out the skill set of your dream job or a dream company, then at least pick 5 common skills. Then start to learn those skills right from the first year. And it is not too late for the final years also, because you're in an online study. You will have 4 hours of study every day, maybe 4 to 5 hours of online classes when your semester starts. And eventually, the rest of the time, don't put yourself into the social media. Have one, just if you want to have, plan it for 1 hour. And always remember, if you're going to open up your WhatsApp or your Instagram every day morning when you wake up and every day night before you go to sleep, then you're in a wrong path. Don't do it, right? So please remember these things. The last few things what I told you about staying update is very necessary. And the other 2 things what I told you to do for a week. One is find out your passion, then act to it. However you want to act to it, you act to it, do it. Get up in the morning, early in the morning, plan yourself and do it. Every day write it a piece of paper, what are the good things you have done it. Before you go to bed, read it in the present tense, and when you get up in the morning, write it in the future tense. Then eventually you will do everything good. You will have everything good in your hands. Meet people, you will meet good positive thinkers in your life. You will get motivated. Self-motivation is the only thing I want you to have it in your life. No one wants to, even I don't want to motivate you. Your person need to motivate you. Your parents need not motivate you. The self-motivation will bring it We'll take it. All right. So always have it. And remember, there is a difference in putting up the social media. Putting the social medias eventually, because I just wanted to tell you something here that I've been experiencing. Okay, I tell you. So you can see the social media, what I put here. Can you know what is that? One is a Twitter, second one is in LinkedIn, the third one is Instagram, and the fourth one is the Facebook. Most of us know only Instagram and Facebook. But professionally, LinkedIn is being used by everyone. So from today, just request the department to make sure every student in your department starts a LinkedIn profile. Update every day, whatever you do, whatever you have a good thought in your mind, put it as a status in that. Don't worry about don't think about the WhatsApp status, your Instagram reels, and whatever it is. Stop all those things. Install your LinkedIn, create a profile. It's a professional. It is being followed by everyone. Every professionals it is being followed. It is everyone, for everyone, the students or faculties, whoever it is. LinkedIn is the best thing. I know many of you know it, but still, if you don't have a LinkedIn so far used, please use it. Students is very restricted because there are recruitment going on through LinkedIn also. You should, when they see the activities of the students, because even it's easy to connect to the big entrepreneurs or big company people, HR managers, and it's easy to, they can easily pick you out. It's kind of a job search website also. LinkedIn is more important, getting trending between the students. Mostly the students started using it. And also Twitter, try to follow the right person. Of course, a couple of weeks back, there was a news. Elon Musk replied to a common man in India. He was requesting for him to open the Tesla manufacturing company in India. He just randomly gave a message citing Elon Musk and asked that I want to have when the Tesla company would be launched in India. He replied to it. You believe that? He replied to it. He replied to that person. It means that everyone is watching you. Everyone is watching you for a good thing and a bad thing. For the good thing, it's you can use a Twitter and Instagram, but I don't say Instagram and Facebook are for the bad thing. But it may distract you more. It will distract you more. Even though you have a good vision, you will face many distractions. So friends, don't take it as an advice. Take it as a tip, a free tip. So as I told you, whatever you want to do it in your life, find a passion in your life. It's never late. Even for the final years, even for the third years or second, it's never late. Every day, practice this. Okay? Do everything good. Take it in a paper, read it every day. You will be self-motivated. Do it. Log on to Naukri, find a job, find a skill set. If you still want help from me, you can ask me help so that I can help you out. So I wanted to end up with this session. I think this will be helpful for you. At least you would have got some idea rather sitting in this 1.5 hours, this. And eventually, I just wanted to tell you, attend more webinars, start taking Nptel courses. Okay, Nptel courses are now by curriculum. It's more mandatory. At least for a semester, you take one course. That will be very helpful for you. That is from the IITs. So you will be more, because this online teaching, the practical learning is getting down because of the online pandemic situation. So you need to prove yourself. Many students from North India are taking Nptel. They take more than 2 to 3 courses every semester. So please take Nptel courses. Learn it. It will give you. You can take. It's not only engineering. You can find any courses of any discipline. It's on your interest. It's not restricted to anything. You can learn it. And thank you for this great opportunity making me join here for meeting these students online. Maybe I don't have the personal interaction here, because if it is a personal mode, I would have interacted more. I would have showed some videos, because already we have I have some problem with the network connectivity also. So sorry if I had any disturbance in between. I thought I think it has gone up with a full-fledged. I hope it has gone. Everyone has listened to it. Make useful of this so that it will be helpful. You can note my details if you want. You can contact me anytime for any help or anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Arun Nikhil, take over the session.
Hello everyone. Hope you all enjoyed, learned and got motivated. It's truly a great session. On behalf of management, staff member and students, I want to thank Mr. Max Savio Francis who gave his vital time from his busy schedule to grace this meeting. And I want to thank all the speaker, listener and management with whom we made this meeting possible. Great day and a beautiful life await us. Thanks to you all once again, and that's the end of session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
can the students hold a second?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Actually, I know I actually wanted to have a feedback with the students, and I don't want to waste that time. I'm putting in the link in the chat box. I just wanted to need a feedback from the students. They can fill it in this today, so that I can know much about my studies. That is a motivation for me. That's why I wanted to do that.
Please kindly fill it. It is being put up in the chat box. Okay, so take it and fill it up.